She's crazy. She loves water, which is super interesting for a cat. Every morning, like as soon as you turn on the water to brush your teeth, she's on the sink waiting to play with it. She's just always playing. She literally will go up to Tessa's dog food bowl and she'll take out like a little pellet of her dog food and she'll play with that for hours. Like just a little piece of dog food. She's so curious. She's a very curious cat. She has this window like in the front of our house that she's always sitting in front of. So we got her a little sign that says, "This house is under 24-hour feline surveillance." I feel like she's fearless. Like she does not remember her time being outside by herself. She's just a fearless cat. We found her when we were on a walk with Tessa, my dog. We heard meows coming from somewhere, but we couldn't figure out where. And so we're like trying to search. We're like looking up these trees. We're like, where is this meow coming from? Because every time we get closer, like she'd stop. My husband was like, we're not going to be able to find her. Let Tessa find her. I took Tessa off the leash and I was like, go look for this cat. And so she was inside this bush, but she was a lot tinier than she sounded. She was 4 weeks old when we found her, so she was really small. We like looked around, there was no one around. So I was like, let's just bring her. And we took her home. Her eyes were like matted shut. So we knew like there was no one around taking care of her. We were going to take her to the Humane Society, but then we fell in love with her. So we cleaned her up and within a week, like her eyes were all better. She's kind of been in our life ever since. She's just been a healthy, crazy little kitty since then. I have 2 cats before her, so that was a little difficult too to like bring her in to like a house full of cats and dogs. But I've always loved cats, and I actually always wanted a calico cat. My husband and I had just been talking about getting another one, and she appeared, and so we were like, let's keep her. I have an outside cat, Nacho. He actually is a 3-legged cat. He's 7, so he's kind of a grouch. And so he was not a huge fan of her at the beginning. But now they get along pretty well. Like she'll go out there with him and they'll like run and jump together. And then my other cat, Freya, she's very shy, but I knew that she would never like attack her. I was like, they're gonna be fine. I think that Cersei has brought out the playfulness in her because she was such a shy cat. Like she'd always be hiding under the bed and she doesn't want to like hang out with people. And now she will come out more because it's like, oh, I have my buddy Cersei here with me. Tessa, she gets along with all of them. Like they'll come up to her and like lick her or like sleep on her. And especially like Cersei, I mean, she saw her at 4 weeks old. I feel like she's kind of motherly towards her. She just sees them as part of her family. I feel like they're my whole life, you know? I feel like they've just brought so much love, you know, into my house. I feel like Cersei has brought like the playfulness to all of us, really. I feel like there's never a dull moment. These animals are so interesting, you know, and I could just watch them and play with them all day, you know?